Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Don't Run, Don't Trip with 1,286 rating versus Nightfall with 1,262 ratings, so it's going to be another high-rated DB video. Also, make sure to check out Nightfall's YouTube channel, link down below at the top of the description, and then we will see Don't Run, Don't Trip win the rock, paper, scissors shoot and decide to go first. 40 versus 42. Opening hands, we have Abyss Pike, Pot of Prosperity, Abyss Tias, Imperm, and Abyss Sting. Trinia, then they have Fuaros, Sword Knight, Talent, Super Poly, Cornfield. That's gotta be really good, right? Because, like, you Fuaros the opponent, they build a worse end board, and then you have, like, these cards to, like, break it. So they're gonna start off with Activate Pot of Prosperity, banishing 6, and now, do they say that's okay? They do. Alright, so, it's actually interesting, because on Master Duel, Pot of Prosperity's been at 1 for a while, and it would be the same with Small World and Pot of Prosperity. If somebody activates those and they have Max C in hand, the opponent tends to chain Max C to prevent them from being able to hit like a Called By or Ash Blossom off of this to be able to beat the Max C in this spot Fuaros. So I'm not sure if it's actually correct to chain there or not. It's kind of interesting because like you don't want to, but like, what if they just hit Ash Blossom there? Like, you know, that could be really, really, really bad for you. But they're going to grab the Neptibus there, and then normal Neptibus, dump Dragoons, and then go search Dragoons, and then activate Dragoon's Graveyard effect to go search, grab out the Mermail Shadow Squad, activate Tias, tribute the Dragoons, special summon out, well, discard Dragoons, and then Dragoons, Tias, go ahead, search out the Abyss Shrine, and then the Minstrel. And then we're able to go Minstrel, discard itself, plus the Shadow Squad. Also, is this mandatory? This is mandatory. Okay, I wasn't sure, because this one isn't technically an Atlantean in the name. I mean, down here it is, but okay, yeah, that is mandatory, which, okay, that's fair enough. So they're gonna go ahead and go and chain the Fuaros in response to the Minstrel to look at the hand and rip. And then rip Sword Knight. Activate Shadow Squad effect, which will now go ahead and special summon out a Dragoons. And then they draw into another Fuaros. Oh, nah, that could be unfortunate. Activate the Abyss Shrine effect, tribute, go ahead, search out Tias, and then activate Dragoon effect to go search. Grab out the Maloon Glacia. They do have 6 waters in the graveyard right now, though. So now activate, special summon back out, equip, and then we can special summon out, effect to go rip. They said okay to that, so that will be ripping the 2 and 3, so Fuaros and Talons. Okay. And then goes set Imperm, end phase, add back Sword Knight, pass. And then this is not an interruption, so all they have is Imperm here. They also get to draw one off Shrine. Maybe that could potentially draw into something here. They draw into Gazelle for turn. So at least they only have 3 normal summons. But that doesn't feel great. Super Poly, bring out Mud Dragon. And then, yeah, send those off. Maloon Glacier is going to make it so that way they can't attack next turn. Then they're going to go Shrine effect, discard, draw into Veiler. That actually is a hand trap that we drew, so that's solid. But like I was gonna say, it's not gonna work right here though, because they're gonna go Mud Dragon, call Earth, normal Gazelle effect, go search out a Chimera Fusion, and then activate Chimera Fusion to go ahead bring out the Berfomet, then Berfomet 1, Gazelle 2. They're thinking on this, and they said okay. Wait, really? You say okay to that? What illusion does Gazelle search? We've already normal summoned. The 1 is not Black Witch. You have to discard from hand the specials. You can't send off field. So that card wouldn't have worked. I guess it would have though, because you add back Chimera Fusion, then you could use that. Because I was going to say, I guess also you can't really Veiler or Imperm, because if you Veiler, then they Cornfield, and you have to Imperm, and then they at least have Fiendsmith stuff afterwards, and they have the search and the add back. Yeah, you can't do it. Yeah, you can't do it. You literally just can't. They're going to dump Evil Hero, add Cornfield, Chimera Fusion effect, add back to hand, activate Evil Hero, banish, go summon out the Adusted Gold. Then they're able to turn the Adusted Gold into Requiem, and then Requiem effect, tribute, go special, bring out the Engraver, Requiem effect to equip, and then use that to make Necro equip Princess, Activate Cornfield effect to discard and then go search, because last time they didn't use the effect, they just used it to fuse off. So that's going to go ahead, search out Big Winged, and then we can get Necro Equip effect to draw into a Book of Eclipse. That's also just good in case of, like, you know, stuff goes wrong. Bring out Magnum the Reliever, and then new Chain Link, Big Wing, target Sword Knight, and then Magnum the Reliever to go ahead and target the Imperm, and then chain Imperm onto Berfomet, sure, which will stop it from its name becoming the Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast. So that does stop the Cornfield Graveyard effect, which does make Veiler live for the time being. So they summon out Sword Knight, and then Engraver, shuffle back, special summon out. Okay, and then use the Engraver plus Mud Dragon to make Sequence. Sequence effect, they affect Veiler it. Sure, that's fine. And then from here, we have... okay, just battle phase. So battle phase, beat over, and then beat over. Then if it'd be sure by battle or card effect, you can send this card to the graveyard instead, to go ahead and, you know, take less damage. And then they're just gonna continue to beat over it anyways. And then Sword Knight attack directly. Yep. And then go main phase 2. And also, you know, you don't want a Sword Knight beat over it, because then now they can be destroyed by that battle, so no point of doing that. Attack with that last, and then they're gonna go main phase 2, make SP effect to go banish, because this can shuffle back. So I guess just, you know, removing some of the follow-up, because they have gone through both Tias, which most people only play 2. They've gone through all 3 Dragoons, which obviously you can only play 3 of. So now there's going to go end phase, pass, and then they draw into heavy infantry. So main phase, yeah, I was gonna say normal summon Pike, discard heavy infantry is not gonna get us there. On to game 2 now. We see Mermail go first. Opening hands, we have Neptibus, Abyss Pike, Minstrel, Ash Blossom, and Abyss Shrine. So it should be a win. They have Patchwork, Ash Blossom, Sword Knight, Gazelle, and Fuaros. So we're gonna go main phase, normal Neptibus, effect, dump the squad, search Dragoon. I'm kind of interested. It's kind of interesting that we didn't start with Minstrel, though. But okay, now activate the squad effect. They're going to Fuaros. We Ash Blossom it. Bring out the Abyss Pike. Abyss Pike, discard Dragoon. They Ash Blossom it. Dragoon effect goes search. Grab out heavy infantry. And then now, when we Minstrel, if they had another hand trap, we just, like, instantly get to rinse it. Oh, but they're still not going to activate Minstrel effect. Okay. They go effect, tribute, and then, yeah, they admit defeat. I mean, to be fair, you don't expect your Chimera opponent to have too many hand traps. I feel like most people were playing breakers in the deck. They still played the Fuaroses and stuff, though, but yeah, that was interesting that we don't Minstrel early. I don't know, if you Minstrel early, I feel like most of the time you just win. Like, maybe you don't do it super early because they want to get some value off of what they're tributing with it or discarding with it. But interesting that they, like, still didn't do it at that point. Now we have heavy infantry, thrust, Abyss Pike, Imperm, Prince. They have Chimera Fusion, Sword Knight, Gazelle, Chimera Fusion, Book of Eclipse. So they're gonna go normal Gazelle effect. We go chain Imperm, and then in response chain Chimera Fusion, bring out Berfomet, and then resolve the search. And then new chain link. We have Gazelle and Berfomet, so search and dump. So grab out the Nightmare Apprentice, go dump the Diabells. Chimera Fusion effect, add itself back to hand, summon out Nightmare Apprentice, discard Evil Hero, then activate Nightmare Apprentice to go search out for Cornfield, activate Evil Hero, banish, summon, and then we can go Requiem into Engraver, Requiem effect to equip, and then we can make Necro equip because we added Cornfield, so we have a draw set up. Yeah, go into that, and then Cornfield effect, discard, go search out Big Winged, and then activate Necro Equip effect, draw on the Patchwork, activate Patchwork, grab out Poly, grab out Edge Imp Chain. Yup, that's fine. So, you know, free +1 into a free +1. Then Poly fuse off in the Magnum the Reliever, and then Big Winged effect, summon back out the Diabells, Magnum the Reliever, put back, draw on the Tract. Then we're going to link off in the sequence using the Magnum the Reliever plus Nightmare Apprentice. Interesting that we actually use the Magnum the Reliever like that when we do have Tract, just because Magnum the Reliever, I mean, it is an interruption on the opponent's turn. Sequence effect to go ahead, shuffle back, and then bring out Aerial Eater effect, go dump Engraver. Then we just will link off into a Cross Sheep. Yup, and then activate the engraver effect, shuffle back sequence, special, cross sheep, summon back out Sword Knight, and we did shuffle back the big winged to summon out Aerial Eater, and then activate Chimera Fusion, bring out the King, and then King effect to rip one during end phase, overlay in the Lars, so ripping one, and then making an Omni negate with it. Well, you know, just like target one face-up card, negate it, but still like a negate. Sword Knight Tribute, bring out Big Winged, and then activate Big Winged effect, grab out the Chimera Fusion and Gazelle. And then we're going to activate Aerial Eater, banish to summon itself out, and then go set Chimera Fusion, Book of Eclipse, Chimera Fusion, end phase rip, hopefully not hitting thrust. Okay, yeah, hitting heavy infantry. I was going to say, because we want our Diabells to get some value, because like they very well could just have all monsters. Pass, they draw Abystius. So now go main phase. I mean, there's no way, right? Cornfield, Sword Knight Engrave. Chimera Fusion set, that's known. Well, actually, is it known? I think it's known. Nah, it probably wouldn't be known, right? But, okay, either way, they have... Oh, no, it is known. It is known, because I searched it off this later on, yeah. Then you gotta play through that pop. So, this pretty much just makes Thrust not live. This will be a negate. Yeah, they just have so much. Normal summon out Prince. And they have tons of follow-up, too. Like, a lot of follow-up. Yeah, just normal summon Prince. The opponent starts thinking for a little bit. And then don't run, don't trip is like, nah, I don't even know why I'm trying. I'll just admit defeat. I know I lose this game. But yeah, we're going to end up seeing the Chimera deck win there in 24 minutes over the Mermail deck. Mermail's a cool deck. This deck's definitely been getting more and more popular. I've been seeing it more and more, playing against it more and more. So this is definitely a deck that you should know what the cards do. You should know what they're trying to go for. At least, like, I mean, you should already know what these main deck cards do, to be honest. But then, like, the new stuff that just came out, you should probably learn what that stuff does. So that way you know how to interrupt them correctly. Especially later on when they just have like 2 waters on board. Like, you know, you should know what they're trying to achieve from there. At least somewhat know what they're trying to achieve from there. Because I'm still learning this deck too and how to play against it. But yeah, it's definitely something to learn. You might play against it once at a YCS, maybe once at a regional. But okay, that'll be it for the video. And with that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace, have a nice day, stay safe.